How's it going, everyone? Another big week of game releases. Like I said, we had that little bit of a lull at the end of December, early into January. That's just something that happens every year, really that period. And sometimes there's a bit of a drought during the summer, but man, we are back, and we are back in a big way. After last week with One Piece Odyssey, now we're coming back with another week of major JRPG releases and some other lower key titles I definitely think you should have on your radar, and things are definitely going to heat up as we head into next weekend. February especially, it's just going to be chaos for your wallet. Nonetheless, a lot of exciting stuff coming out this week, so new PlayStation 4 and 5 games to go over for the week. Let's get right into it. And let's start things off with the major JRPGs finally coming to PS4 and PS5, Persona 3 Portable, and of course Persona 4 Golden. We did a full video breaking down everything you need to know about both of these titles, so go check that out. Seems like you guys really enjoyed that video. Of course, the main talking point with this release is the fact that Persona 3 Portable is Persona 3 Portable. A lot of you guys wanted Persona 3 FES. I was definitely in that boat. With Portable, you do have the benefit of going the female route, which does add a new layer to the game, so that's quite nice. However, Portable was, of course, streamlined for the PlayStation Portable. It featured more of a visual novel style to it. The dungeons were essentially the same, where you would still go through your dungeon crawling and whatnot, but outside of that, it was more of a streamlined experience, and of course, it is missing that FES content, which I know people are mixed about, but yeah, that is a little bit of a bummer. Still, the fact is, it's coming out for $19.99, and it's a tremendous game, so everybody's going to still really enjoy it, I think, and I think for the price point, it's going to be great. Persona 3 Portable drops on January 19th again for just $20, and then we have Persona 4 Golden, which this is the definitive release of Persona 4. This also came out on a portable platform, however, it came out on the PlayStation Vita, and you had the entirety of Persona 4, and you had it enhanced. It's a great addition to Persona 4, adding a new layer, a new month to the game as well. And Persona 4 itself, obviously, just a fantastic game. You know, you really can go back and forth on which Persona title you like the best. I've heard Persona 3, I've heard Persona 4, and I've heard Persona 5. It seems a lot of people do lean with Persona 5. That might just because it's because it's the most recent, it's the one that most people have played. But Persona 4 is a really solid game as well. Incredibly compelling narrative, a lot of mystery to the game as well. Awesome soundtrack as well. I mean, it goes without saying, the Persona games all have great soundtracks. Persona 4, some of those themes really hit home with me, so super excited for this one to be available on all platforms. Also dropping on January 19th, also dropping at $19.99, so bear that in mind. You're getting Persona 3 and Persona 4 at $19.99 a pop. You're talking about games that you could invest a lot of time into, you know, in the 100-hour range. So you getting that amount of content for 20 bucks, oh, that is a steal, and definitely worthwhile to check out if you're remotely a fan of Japanese RPGs. Next up, we got Monster Hunter Rise coming to PS4 and PS5. This is going to be released at $39.99. I was wrong in one of those other videos we uploaded where I mentioned it was going to be $59.99. However, this is just the base game. You're not getting Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is ultimately going to be coming out in the spring. I imagine they're going to do some sort of bundle. Maybe that'll be $60, so that is a little bit of a bummer. However, Monster Hunter Rise is an incredibly well-received game. Obviously, initially dropping on the Nintendo Switch, then it came out on PC. Rise to the challenge and join the hunt in Monster Hunter Rise, the latest installment in the award-winning and top-selling Monster Hunter series. You'll become a hunter, explore brand new maps, and use a variety of weapons to take down fearsome monsters as a part of an all-new storyline. Obviously, at this point, I feel like if you like Monster Hunter, you'll get into Monster Hunter Rise. If it's not your cup of tea, if you don't like that style of gameplay, if you don't like the loop, I don't know, maybe it won't be for you, but Monster Hunter seems to be something a lot of people can get into. And again, you're spending $40 on this, but from a content standpoint, you're gonna get your money's worth in terms of pure playtime, in the sense of, you know, this is a game that came out years and years ago on Nintendo Switch. Is it worth dropping a full $40 without the expansion? I don't know, that's gonna be up to you to decide. Maybe wait on a discount, maybe wait for Sunbreak to come out and wait for like the bundle to go on sale. I'm sure it's gonna have like a collection that will ultimately be on sale maybe by the summertime, maybe in the fall, and just like many of you probably bought Iceborne Master collection or whatever it's called, this will be on sale as well. But for those of you that like the Monster Hunter style of gameplay, it's going to run and look great on the PS5 as well, so that's going to be nice. But Monster Hunter Rise is finally going to be hitting PlayStation 4 and 5 on Friday, January the 20th. Next up, here's a game that came on my radar a little while ago and really been one of those games I've been keeping tabs on, and that is A Space for the Unbound. Obviously, very much a throwback visual style. It's got that pixel graphics art style that a lot of people are all over. It's noted to be a slice-of-life adventure game with beautiful pixel art set in the late 90s rural Indonesia that tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers. It's a throwback to the 90s. Let us take you into Indonesia in the late 90s, explore rural Indonesia, and enjoy its relaxing atmosphere with a hint of supernatural events, chat and interact with other townsfolk, and listen to their personal stories, dive into people's minds Inception style, and there's gonna be an emphasis on the soundtrack as well. So if you're into more narrative-driven games, you know, something that's a bit of a throwback, I think that's exactly what you're gonna get with A Space for the Unbound, and I'm really a sucker for the pixel graphics look. Again, I know some people think it's been done to death, but I think this game is shaping up nicely. Again, if you like a throwback, story-driven title, this is going to be exactly for you. Next up, we have OmegaBot. OmegaBot is a game that came out back in June of last year on PC. Didn't get a strong reception in terms of the amount of people that played it, but the 12 user reviews on Steam, 100% positive. It notes a tight action side-scroller with challenging robotic bosses, dodge metallic dangers, acquire powerful weapons, and blast your way through a destroyed world full of deadly machines where running out of energy does, in fact, mean defeat. Avoid dangers and deadly obstacles by using your weapons and abilities, traverse through metallic forests, destroyed futuristic cities, and more. Go out of your way to find hidden secrets and maybe even new friends that will help you vanish the curse of the land. Once again, throwback style. If you're a fan of platforming action titles, it's probably going to be right up your alley. Was released at $9.99 on PC. Would imagine a similar price on PlayStation 4 and 5 as well. OmegaBot will be dropping on January the 20th. Next up, we have Colossal Cave. Colossal Cave is noted to be an exciting point-and-click adventure into a mysterious cavern reimagining of the celebrated text adventure by Will Crowther and Don Woods. Acclaimed game designer Roberta Williams brings you her vision of the game that inspired her to create her own legendary titles. Immerse yourself in the mysterious and stunning world of boundless caverns and sweeping vistas, underground streams, and hidden reservoirs. Discover the many lost treasures, ancient civilizations, and encounter friends and foes alike in your quest to uncover the great mysteries of the Mammoth Cave system with a non-linear exploration system. It's up to you to decide how to pursue through Colossal Cave and how to discover all of its secrets. Colossal Cave is dropping on January 19th. And lastly, psychological survival horror title, we have Trenches, a World War I horror survival game. It's currently in early access on Steam. Very positive reception across the 65 user reviews. 84% of those reviews are positive. Trenches is a first-person World War I survival horror game where you have to escape the claustrophobic environment and experience the war from the eyes of a soldier caught behind enemy lines in this surreal nightmare as you fight for your life and sanity to get back home to your family. The game is noted to be disturbing to some audiences. The game contains real disturbing images, sounds for nature, jump scares, and so on and so forth. Psychological horror title as well, so looks to be an engrossing game, an immersive experience with realistic visuals and a claustrophobic environment set in the trenches of World War I in 1917. Hardcore gameplay, replayability, hearing and senses, hiding system, insanity, gut-wrenching moments, trench whistle, enemy that listens as well. The enemy can hear your footsteps, your breathing, and your fear. It can mimic sounds of others and will stop at nothing to stop you. And plan accordingly, plan your next move as it may be your last. Trenches will be officially released on January the 20th. So that's gonna do it for me. Again, when you look at the slate this week, Persona 4, Persona 3, and Monster Rise definitely taking top billing, but A Space for the Unbound, personally, I think that game looks great. Got a couple smaller titles as well, OmegaBot, Colossal Cave, and Trenches rounding out the lineup, and things are just gonna get more packed as far as big game releases. And again, this is just PS4 and PS5. If you're picking stuff up on PC, picking stuff up on Switch and Xbox, that library of games you're going to have at your disposal only increasing. Fire Emblem Engage right around the corner as well. And come next week, Forspoken, Dead Space Remake, definitely going to be at the helm of excitement, but a lot of exciting titles coming out in the coming weeks and months ahead. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.